You know what I call the silent killer of personal finance? The convenience comfort trap. It's not big purchases, it's not rent, it's the tiny fees you never even feel leaving your account. And last night, I watched it happen in real time. My friend Emma was hungry, tired from work, cold outside. She wanted a burrito from La Taqueria, her favorite spot, 6 blocks away. She pulled out her phone, opened the delivery app, and in about 90 seconds, she ordered herself one burrito. One! Here's what that burrito cost her. The food itself, $14.05. Then a $4.99 delivery fee, a $3 service fee, a $2 tip for the driver, and $1.50 in taxes. Her total was $26 for one burrito. I'm John, and today we're hunting down the hidden cost of convenience. I watched her do it, and here's the part that haunts me. She didn't flinch. She just tapped confirm, tossed her phone on the couch, and said, "I'm so excited for this." Now, I'm not here to judge Emma. I've done the same thing 100 times. Let that number sink in. $26 for a meal she could have grabbed herself in 12 minutes for $14.50. She paid 83% more to avoid putting on pants. And what I realized after seeing this pattern play out is that the convenience comfort trap works because it's not selling you a product. Not really. It's selling you something we're biologically terrible at pricing. The comfort of staying on your couch, the illusion of saved time. And we have no internal calculator for any of that, so we overpay. Constantly. Quietly, and we don't even notice until our bank account starts making that sad little coughing sound. Here's what I find fascinating. The same person who'll spend 45 minutes comparison shopping a $60 speaker to save $8 will blindly tap confirm on a checkout screen loaded with $15 in fees without a second thought. Why? Because the fees feel like part of the landscape. They feel inevitable, like gravity or taxes. You don't fight them, you just accept them. But here's the thing. Those fees aren't inevitable. They're designed, engineered specifically to fly under your mental radar. Let me give you an analogy. Paying for convenience fees is like paying someone to tie your shoes. The first time someone offers, it feels kind of nice, right? Someone's helping you out, worth a couple bucks maybe. The 10th time you're handing over money for something you've forgotten you could do yourself. It's just become the routine. And by the 20th time, you've built your whole morning around a cost that didn't used to exist. You've outsourced a basic human task, and now it just feels like the price of doing life. That's what these apps have done. They've turned convenience from an occasional treat into a monthly subscription we never actually signed up for. I'm not exempt, not even close. I signed up for a premium weather app during a rainy week last spring. $3.99 a month. Fancy radar, hour-by-hour breakdown. I used it for 3 days and then forgot about it completely. 1 year later, I'm scrolling my credit card statement, and there it is, month after month, $3.99. March, April, May, June, all the way through a whole calendar of weather I never checked. I finally added it up. I had paid $48 for weather alerts I never read from an app I opened exactly twice. $48 to be told it might rain. That's not a purchase. That's a leak. Here's the bitter truth about why we fall for this. Convenience fees work because they're designed to be forgettable, engineered to be small enough that your brain categorizes them as not worth worrying about. $3 here, $5 there. They never arrive as one big, scary number. Imagine if, at the end of the year, DoorDash sent you a bill for $847 and called it your annual convenience fee. You'd lose your mind. You'd never pay it. But instead, these costs show up as tiny, justifiable whispers inside our own heads. It's just a couple extra bucks. I'm saving time. I deserve this. The whisper wins every single time. But $3 becomes 36 over a year, 5 becomes 60, and we never notice because the pain is spread out across dozens of tiny moments, none of which on its own feels like real spending. We only notice when we look up one day and wonder where the money went, when the savings account isn't growing, when treating yourself has quietly become your entire lifestyle. It's not bad decision-making exactly, it's death by 1,000 paper cuts, and the cuts are so small we forget to count them. But drops of water make the sea, and tiny fees make empty wallets. So how do we escape the convenience comfort trap? I've started using one simple trick. I call it the 10-second delay. Before you tap Confirm on any screen with a convenience fee, delivery, premium subscription, expedited shipping, just pause. Put your finger next to the button, but don't press it. Count to 10. And in that pause, ask yourself, what else could I do with this money? Not in a scary, judgmental way, just curiously. What else? Maybe it's a coffee tomorrow. Maybe it's part of a nicer dinner next week. Maybe it's $5 that stays in your account, which is a future you'll thank yourself for. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe the burrito is worth it. That's fine. The pause is the point. It breaks the autopilot. It pulls you out of the just confirming trance and back into the real world, where you're a person making a choice. Now, if you're on the other side of this, maybe a small business owner, here's the thing to understand. Convenience is a legitimate value. If you're saving people time, you should charge for it. That's not manipulation, that's business. The real line isn't about whether you charge a fee, it's about whether you're hiding it. The businesses that do this right are transparent. They show the total early. They don't bury fees in fine print or add them at the last second when you're already committed. They treat the customer like an adult. For me, the line is pretty simple. The second you start counting on people not noticing, that's when you've crossed it. If your pricing only works because customers are confused or checked out, you're not in the convenience business, you're in the trap business. This isn't about never treating yourself. Please don't hear that. Emma deserved her burrito. I deserved to know if it was going to rain. You deserve things that make your life easier. It's about noticing when treating yourself becomes the default setting, when convenience stops being a conscious choice and starts being a reflex. The convenience comfort trap is quiet. It's patient, and it will empty your wallet one $3 fee at a time if you let it. The goal isn't perfection. I still pay for dumb convenience fees all the time. Last week I paid $7 for someone to deliver a single sandwich I could have walked to in 9 minutes. I'm not proud of it. The goal is just to pay attention, to pause, to ask the question before your thumb does the thing it's been trained to do. So here's what I want from you. Next time you're about to tap Confirm on a fee, just think about it for 1 second. Literally 1 second. That's all it takes to escape the trap. And then drop a comment below and tell me, what's the most ridiculous convenience fee you've ever paid without noticing? I'll go first. I once paid $6 for someone to assemble a little bookshelf I could have built in 10 minutes with a screwdriver. $6 for 10 minutes of work I actually enjoy. I didn't even realize until I got home and saw the empty box and thought, I could have done that. Your turn. What's the fee you didn't see until it was too late? Drop it below. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.